Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. This afternoon from Strasburg High School, it's another Patriot League battle as the visiting Brush Bee Diggers, going for their 6th consecutive victory, faces Strasburg Indians. I'm John Beltran as the Bee Diggers go into this game with a 12-7 overall record. Winners of 5 in a row, and Strasburg at 7-11. Bee Diggers starting lineup brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check them out today. Batting first is the catcher Ty Griffith. The center fielder Kyle Wellen hits second. The third hitter is the shortstop Braxton Shelton. Cesar Hinojos, the second baseman, is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth is the first baseman Caden Moriarty. Alejandro Maltos Garcia, third, hits sixth. The pitcher Sam Metlin bats seventh. In right field, Jace Krieger hits eighth, and Caden Schwint. The left fielder bats ninth against the left-hander Cameron Van Loo. Charlie Spriggs is at first. The second baseman is David Young. Jared Flamini at third, and between him at short is Espen Bradley. In left field is Bryce Miller. Thomas Devlin in center. The right fielder is Christian Bauer, and behind the plate is DJ Cannon. And Ty Griffith, who did homer in the 12-0 victory on Tuesday, will now step in the pitch, and the breaking ball's a strike. On the outer half at the knees, no balls and one strike. Opening pitch brought to you by Buildings by Design. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. That's a strike in there. Same pitch. A little bit higher up in the zone, no balls and two strikes. Here to Ty Griffith, having another outstanding season. The pitch, fastball to the screen. One ball and two strikes. Here to the Bee Digger catcher. And the left-hander delivers. Swung on and chopped to third on a true hop. The long throw to first is right there. And Jared Flamini throws out Ty Griffith, one down. And despite Strasburg's struggles with their record, this left-hander has been pretty good. We'll get to the numbers here momentarily. Here's Kyle Wellen. The Bee Diggers turning it up as a team lately, and we expected that. 9-6 in the Patriot League. And the pitch, and the breaking ball's up and away. One ball and no strikes. Kyle Wellen hitting .345. The Bee Diggers hitting .386 as a team, and that's upstairs, make it .366. 2 balls and no strikes. Here to Wellen. Getting the sign to pitch. Swing and a miss, threw it right by him. Count is at 2-1. And the offering, and that one bounces to the screen. 3 balls and 1 strike. Strasburg at 4-9 in league play. The pitch, swung on and fouled back. Van Loo, well, he's 0-2 with a 9.08 ERA. I guess they were talking about the other pitcher there. Van Loo does have, just 20. Bradley's the pitcher. He's got all the strikeouts. And the offering, swing and a foul. Count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kyle Wellen. 1 down and the bases empty. Top of the first inning. And the left-hander delivers. Swung on and driven into left field towards the gap, but coming on and making the running catch for the second out of the inning is Bryce Miller, 2 down. On a line drive by Wellen. That'll send up the number 3 hitter, Braxton Shelton. Shelton hitting .426. Here's the wind and pitch. Breaking ball is outside. A ball and no strikes to the senior shortstop. The Bee Diggers wearing their gold jerseys with the gray pants, and Strasburg in all white with the red sleeves and socks. The offering. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of Cannon, and the count levels at 1-1. We'll have the final 2 games of the regular season on 10-10. We won't be in Pueblo on Saturday. And the pitch, and that's down and in with a fastball. Ball 2, strike 1. That was, again, not an original game on the schedule. We already have a scheduling conflict with Fort Morgan playing a league game on Saturday, and Brush has got a non-league game against Pueblo South. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Got fooled on the breaking ball, diving down in the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Shelton. Van Loo gets a sign, and the pitch. Swung on. That ball is lifted into right center field. Let's see if that's going to find a hole there, and it's going to be caught out there in right center field. Looked like a little trouble initially with the wind swirling slightly, but the ball is caught in right field by Christian Bauer, and it's a 1-2-3, top of the first inning for Cameron Van Loo. Let's head to the bottom of the first. The Bee Diggers don't score. Strasburg is coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, we'll keep it right here for now. I can already see that. There we go. Now we'll go to the Eastern Plains Sports Network for a 30-second break. John Beltran back at Strasburg. Let's get to the starting lineup for the Indians. Batting first is the center fielder Thomas Devlin. The second baseman David Young hits second. Jared Flamini, the third baseman, will hit third. The cleanup hitter is the shortstop Espen Bradley. Charlie Springs at first hits fifth. Cameron Van Loo, the pitcher, bats sixth. In the seventh position, the catcher DJ Cannon. Christian Bauer, the right fielder, hits eighth, and Bryce Miller in left bats ninth. The Bee Diggers have Moriarty at first. Hinojos at second. Hondo's at third. The shortstop is Shelton. Caden Schwinton left. Kyle Wellen in center. Jace Krieger in right. Ty Griffith behind the plate. And on the mound is Sam Metlin. The pitch. Swing and a miss through the fastball right by him. Metlin with an ERA of 5 going in. He had a great start against Faith Christian about a month ago in a 3-2 Brush victory. Wind and pitch, squaring to bunt, and he missed it. Devlin got over that baseball. It's 0-2. Strasburg as a team, as that pitch is swung on and fouled off. Let's see, Strasburg as a team hitting .262. Devlin hitting .393, so he's a tough out. Wind and pitch. Fastball is up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the center fielder, Devlin. And Metlin to the plate. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Stays alive in the count. Does Thomas Devlin. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Metlin delivers. Breaking ball is up and in. 3-2. It's an all-clay infield in Strasburg. 3-2. And the offering. That is a little bit low. Now it's, okay, is it now 3-2? Yeah, well, I guess so. I must have missed a pitch. Wind and offering. Swung on and fouled. All right. This will turn into a 9-pitch at bat here for Thomas Devlin. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers were held off the board in the top of the first, retired in order. And the offering. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Well, this is going to turn into a 10-pitch at bat at least. 3-2 to Thomas Devlin. Metlin to the plate. That is a called strike 3 with a fastball in the inner half. And there's one down. That'll bring up David Young, hitting .255 from the left side. And again, anytime you have a clay infield, the ball's going to roll through pretty quickly. It's going to get right on top of you. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Griffith. No balls and 1 strike. Bee Diggers at Pueblo South on Saturday, then Bennett at home and Yuma on the road next week. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Got a fastball belt level. It's 0-2 to David Young. Medlin ready, the offering. Swung on and grounded to short. Shelton has got it. He sets. He throws high to first, and the tag was applied, and he got him. He threw offline, but Moriarty made a great play there. And that saves an error, and there's 2 down. Here is Jared Flamini hitting .300. Right-handed hitter for Strasburg with an open stance. And Sam Metlin to the plate. Fouled off the catcher's glove. It's 0-1. Well, Metlin, since striking out the first hitter, has been throwing nothing but strikes. Threw a lot of strikes to the first hitter, but Devlin kept battling. The pitch. Breaking ball is up and in. One and one. The kick of the pitch. Foul tipped into the glove of Griffith again. A ball and 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter, Jared Flamini. And Sam Metlin delivers. That is just down and away. Boy, excellent location, barely missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Metlin trying to match what the Strasburg left-hander Van Loo did. And the offering, fouled off to the right. Protected there. And it remains at 2-2 to Flamini. No score on the bases empty here in the first inning, and that's outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Metlin to the plate. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. And it's a strikeout of Flamini. 1-2-3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Sam Metlin. To the second we go. No score between Brush and Strasburg on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back at Strasburg. No score. The Bee Diggers and the Indians of Strasburg. Cesar Hinojos, followed by Caden Moriarty and Hondo Alejandro Matos Garcia. The game time temp in Strasburg, by the way, 66 degrees with what is being defined as a moderate wind. That means about 13, 14 miles an hour. And here's Hinojos. Cesar is second on the team in home runs and batting .360 against Cameron Van Loo. Hinojos, a right-handed hitter for Brush. And the offering, and that breaking ball's off the glove of the catcher Cannon. 1 ball and no strikes to Cesar Hinojos. Yeah, nice baseball facility. Be perfect if they had it. Now, left field is all. There's that left field is not that easy to play with all that dirt. Swung on. That ball is driven into deep left field, and in the gap a dive, and it's in there for a base hit. Hinojos is around first. He's headed for second. It'll be a double. Devlin gated a tremendous dive out there. Devlin nearly made the play in the left center field gap. He had Hinojos shaded that way, but it's a leadoff double, a stand-up double for Cesar. And that'll bring up K-Dog. Moriarty hitting .385. He's driven in 20 runs on the season. That is good for third on the team. This will be the rare lefty-lefty matchup. Van Loo to the plate. Swung on, that is popped up. The center fielder Devlin still coming in. He gets under it, makes the catch. Hinojos stays right at second. One down. Well, that's the lesson right there that K-Dog just learned. You got to wait on the off-speed stuff. He was way out in front. Or not way out in front, but he was out in front and swung underneath it. Hondo batting .346. With a victory, the Bee Diggers would go 13-7. The offering. The breaking ball's a strike on the outside corner. No balls and one strike to Alejandro Matros Garcia. Off of second is Hinojos. He's going. Swinging a miss on the ball in the dirt. He didn't get a good look. Hinojos to third without a throw. 0-2. Hondo's got to adjust here. That pitch bounced in. Now he's down in the count. The infield is playing back. No balls and two strikes. The pitch. Swung on. That ball's grounded on one hop to second. The run will score. And the play is made to first as Young throws out Hondo. 2 down and give Hondo the RBI. And for Matos Garcia, that is his 19th run batted in. Sam Metlin batting at even .300. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Again, they got to wait. Your first at bat should not be when you're in the box. Your first at bat should be watching the pitcher. And you know he's throwing off-speed stuff. And the offering, and that bounces to the catcher Cannon. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, Van Loo does a nice job of trying to get you off balance. Cannon lays down the sign and the pitch. Swing and a foul to the screen. Off of the top of the baseball. Count is at 1-2. 2 down, bases empty, top 2. The Bee Diggers lead the game 1-0. And the pitch. And that one hit him on a breaking ball. It got him on the left leg. That'll extend the inning for Jace Krieger. Yeah, we'll have a courtesy runner. That's Nate Tyne out there, who is running for Sam Metlin. So speed on the bases. Krieger comes in batting .364. And again, let's see if the Bee Diggers adjust the second time around. You've really only had one hard hit ball so far. That was the double by Hinojos. The pitch, breaking ball is outside. Throw back to first, back and diving is Tyne. 1-0 to Jace Krieger. Game number 20 for Brush. Strasburg with their 19th game. And the pitch, fastball is upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. To Jace Krieger. About a 2-step lead for Tyne. This is a lefty, not that easy to steal on him. The offering, swing and a miss. Out in front of the changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, it's not easy, but if you keep the hands back, that helps. Cannon lays down the sign. Van Loo accepts. Runner goes. Pitches high in the breaking ball. Throw to second to slide. It's a stolen base for Nate Tyne. A great jump by Tyne. He's in scoring position. And with Caden Schwint on deck, it's 3-1. Well, Krieger's got an alley in right center. If he could go that way. The offering. That is a strike at the knees. Throw to third, the slide, and Tyne is out. Tyne is out. That was not a walk. It was a strike there to Jace Krieger as he will lead off the top of the third inning when we get there. In this inning for the Bee Diggers, no runs on no hits, no errors, and the bases were left empty. Well, check that. They got the run by Hinojos. Sorry, I'm looking at the first inning. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and the bases were left empty. Let's head to the bottom of the second inning. The Bee Diggers lead the Indians in Strasburg 1-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to the bottom of the second inning. The first pitch from Sam Metlin is a fastball up in the zone. 1 ball and no strikes. Espen Bradley, Charlie Spriggs, and Cameron Van Loo. And the offering swung on and foul. The Bee Diggers with a 1-0 lead on the ground out from Hondo following the double by Cesar Hinojos. Bradley hitting .341. Kicking the pitch. Fastball is down and away. Ball 2, strike 1 to Espen Bradley. Metlin, left side of the rubber to the plate. Strike. Fastball, outer half at the knees. And the count levels at 2-2. Slightly open stance. Right-handed hitter. Metlin delivers. Breaking ball called strike 3. Third strikeout for Sam Metlin. 1 out for Charlie Spriggs. What a quality pitch that was. Spriggs hitting .225. Number 5 hitter in this lineup. And the offering. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Charlie Spriggs. And the pitch. That one bounces to the plate. 2-0. 1-0 brush, bottom of the second inning. Metlin has retired the first 4 Strasburg hitters. And the offering swung on and lined for a base hit by the diving Moriarty into foul territory now on the right side. And chasing it down nicely is Krieger. Boy, that thing was hit off the end of the bat by Spriggs, but it's a base hit. And K-Dog nearly had an all-star play in the dive to the left. And here's Cameron Van Loo hitting .200. Against Strasburg, only hitting .262 as a team. Left-handed hitter. Short lead at first for Spriggs. And the pitch. That's a fastball for a strike, belt high. No balls and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers at double play depth here. The center fielder Wellen shaded a little bit towards left center. Metlin delivers. That's a strike as well in the outside corner. Thigh high, it's 0-2. Metlin has 3 strikeouts in the early going. Again, Spriggs with a short lead at first. The offering swung on and fisted foul off to the left. Count remains at 0-2. First Bee Digger run brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultants. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom 2. And the pitch up and in. One with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the opposing pitcher, Cameron Van Loo. Griffith lays down the sign. And the offering. That is a swing and a miss, a late swing. He was fooled on the breaking ball, and that's why Van Loo knew he was in trouble. He didn't read it out of the pitcher's hand, and Sam Metlin has struck out the last 3 hitters that he's retired. He's got 4 strikeouts in the game. DJ Cannon batting 107, only a sophomore. The pitch, Fouled. Straight back. Well, Sam Metlin is looking pretty sharp in this game. I mean, he's got things well under control so far in the early going. And the pitch. Swung on line. That's a base hit into right field. And Krieger comes up with it on the hop. It took a tricky hop. But Cannon has the second base hit going the other way. And that'll bring up Christian Bauer. And that was a 107 hitter, so you can't take anything for granted. Bauer hitting 200, right-handed hitter. That's the approach. Strasburg wants to go to right field as they've done. Swung on and tapped foul along the third base side. No balls and one strike. Somebody's got to get that baseball. Two on and two out. Bottom of the second inning. Brush 1, Strasburg nothing. Metlin looking in for the sign. And the pitch. Breaking ball is topped over the mound. The second baseman, Hinojos, is going to be cut off by Shelton, who throws to first for the out. Outstanding play by the shortstop, Braxton Shelton, to the second base side of the bag. And the inning is over. No runs on 2 hits, no errors and 2 left. Let us head to the third inning in Strasburg, where the Bee Diggers lead the Indians by a score of 1-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Well, Jace Krieger was the hitter when Nate Tyne was caught stealing, so he will lead off in the top of the third, with the Bee Diggers leading the Strasburg Indians 1-0. The Bee Diggers got an RBI groundout from Hondo in the top half of the second inning. All right. Thank you to Brenda. My Reese's Take 5. I got to have that. That's too good. Lefty against righty, the pitch. And the breaking ball is lined for a base hit into left field on a hanger. And Jace Krieger has come through with Brush's second hit of the game. And he waited just long enough to guide that baseball into left. And that'll bring up Caden Schwent. Caden is batting .231. The stretch. And the offering. And that one's down and in. Well, it looked like Cannon was going to unleash and throw to first. One ball and no strikes. And the pitch swung on that is popped up into shallow left field. Let's see who's going to call for it. That should be an easy play. And it will be, as Bryce Miller makes the catch. And back to first is Krieger, 1 out. And that's exactly what an off-speed pitcher wants to do. He wants to force those pop-ups. Ty Griffith grounded to third to begin the game. Good stuff. The pitch. Fastball's upstairs. I should have this in between innings. If you've never had a Reese's Take 5, it's got everything. It's got peanuts. It's got a pretzel, chocolate, caramel. I've talked about this before. Yeah, milk and wheat. All right. Conversation on the hill breaks up. 1 ball and no strikes. Brush up 1-0 in the third. And the pitch. Bounces in, blocked by Cannon. It is 2-0 here to Ty Griffith. The offering. Fastball up and in. Runner goes to throw and a hop to slide, and it's, oh no, he's safe. Oh boy, I think that Krieger was going to be called out. I think the umpire ready to call him out, but the ball was dislodged as Espen Bradley tried to apply the tag, so it's a stolen base. And let's see if Bradley's okay. Tried a little bit of a sweep tag, and I think his left shoulder might have caught the majority of that slide there, that tag. Maybe even the left wrist. That was a good one-bounce throw there by the catcher, Cannon, DJ Cannon. And it's 3-0, and on deck is Kyle Wellen. Another conversation. Well, that gives me the opportunity to extend snack time. Here we go. One down. When there's a break, that gives me a break. All right, let's see what I go with. You know, I went with the, okay, we'll stay with the Reese's. I already did take 5. Let's not change companies. The stretch and the pitch, and that's down and in. It's a walk. First and second here for Kyle Wellen as Griffith is on base. Wellen hit that liner to the left fielder Miller his first time up. Oh, man. So soft. The pitch. The breaking ball's in there for a strike on the inner half. No balls and 1 strike. 1-0 Brush, top of the third. 1 out, 2 on. Oh, man. This one might be my favorite. And a step off by Van Loo, no throw. And that, again, that extends snack time. You step off and gives me a chance to bite. Wellen awaits. Scoring to bunt. And he lays it down third base side. It's gloved. Now the throw to first is going to be in time. Oh, that's an excellent play by the pitcher, Van Loo. That sacrifice will be going 1-3, and there's 2 down. Runners in scoring position for Van Loo. Or for Shelton, I should say. Braxton popped up. His first time up. Okay, Kayla, it was a Reese's 5. You ever done a Reese's Take 5? That was number 1. Take 5, pretzels, caramel, peanut butter, peanuts, and a chocolate bar. That's the Take 5. Then the other one was a smaller Reese's. That's much more tender. There's not all that filling in the middle, which is very good. And the pitch. And the breaking ball's a strike on the inner half. No balls and 1 strike. 1-0 Brush. In the top of the third inning. Hinojos with a double, then an RBI groundout from Alejandro Matos Garcia. I still got 3 things to eat, by the way. The offering. Swung on and driven high in the air into left center field. Way back towards the fence. And making the catch is Thomas Devlin. And Shelton send it deep, but not deep enough. And the Beat Diggers do not score in the top of the third inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left in scoring position. 2 1/2 innings are in the books. It's Brush 1, Strasburg nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm John Beltran back in Strasburg. This is a good baseball game so far. Sam Metlin has pitched very well. As Brush leads 1-0, he struck out 4 in the first 2 innings. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters for the Indians. Bryce Miller, Thomas Devlin, and David Young. Miller is stepping in, hitting .302. Why is this kid in the 9 hole hitting .302? The pitch, fastball, a strike down the middle at the knees. It's 0-1. Wow. You'd think they'd move him up with that average? Considering he's hitting 36 points higher than the team average, and that fastball's in the dirt. And the count evens at 1-1. Much more difficult to win on the road as easily as the Beat Diggers did on Tuesday against this opponent, a 12-0 victory. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sam Metlin delivers. The breaking ball swung on tap slowly, left side, charging his Hondo, and it's off his left wrist. It'll be an error. That is going to be scored an error on the third baseman. And now that'll bring up Thomas Devlin, who struck out looking his first time up. Yeah, it was not an easy play, but if he comes up with it cleanly, it's an out. And the offering. Sidearm is swung on and grounded right side. Nice play by Hinojos. Throws to first for the out. That thing was headed for right field, and Hinojos to his left showed excellent range and retires Devlin. Well, he made a routine play, even though it was not routine at all. Excellent play in the hole by Cesar Hinojos. David Young grounded out to the shortstop, Shelton, in his first plate appearance. The pitch, swing and a miss with a fastball, letter high. More like number high, no balls and one strike. The stretch by Metland, looking over at second. And the offering. Swung on line, base hit into left field. Schwinn comes on, he'll block that baseball. Runners will be at the corners. And all of a sudden, Strasburg has 3 hits in the game. And their approach right now is pretty obvious. All 3 base hits have gone to the opposite field. That was a left-handed hitter going to left. You've had 2 righties going to right. And Jared Flamini, who struck out swinging, is now the hitter. And the one thing the Bean Diggers will have to do when they get to the plate in the 4th inning is wait on that off-speed pitch. They're getting underneath it a little bit too much. And right now, their lead is in jeopardy. Swung on and fouled back. No balls and 1 strike to Flamini. Brush scored their run in the 2nd. The stretch by Metland. Belt level with a glove. The offering. And that's down and away with a heater. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Brush 1, Strasburg nothing. In the bottom of the 3rd inning. No time to eat yet. How about a double play? That would do it. The pitch, runner going. Swung on and popped up. Foul territory, right side. Moriarty's going to have a play. Makes the catch, and then he could have tossed it to first. Metland was there, but he never got a grasp of the baseball. And back in sliding is David Young. That was nearly a double play, but I think K-Dog tried to hurry it a little bit. But he made the play along the line, 2 down. And here's Espen Bradley. That's a nice adjustment there by K-Dog with that wind blowing as fiercely as it is. Espen Bradley struck out his first time. Metland delivers. Outside runner goes to second to throw. And now Hinojos cuts it off. Throw to the plate will be late. Well, that's going to be a double steal, and the game is tied at 1. As scoring on the back end was Bryce Miller. The Bean Diggers took a chance. It did not pay off. So tied at 1 with a runner in scoring position. Here's the stretch and the offering. Breaking ball's a strike on the outer half. 1 ball and 1 strike to Espen Bradley. That will go as an unearned run, by the way. The offering. Fouled straight back. A ball and 2 strikes to Bradley. Yeah, this will turn into a 4-inning ball game. With a tie game if they can keep it right here, tied at 1. The stretch and a pitch. Swung on and fouled again. Remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Griffith gets a sign for the dugout. Runner off of second. The pitch. Swung on and lifted into foul territory. K-Dog giving chase, but that did not have enough altitude or trajectory to make the catch. Remains at 1 and 2. With a runner at second, 2 down, tied at 1. Griffith setting up over the heart of the plate. The offering. Fouled again. Staying alive is Espen Bradley with David Young at second base. The stretch and the pitch. Sidearm foul tipped and dropped by Griffith. Oh, he nearly was able to squeeze that. Got a piece of the baseball. It remains at 1-2. That was pitch number 53 unofficially for Sam Metland. The offering. Swing and a miss at a fastball above the letters. And that does it for Strasburg in the bottom of the third inning, but they score a run on a hit. There was a beat digger error and a man left. 3 complete. Brush 1. Strasburg 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Now let's go to the top of the fourth inning. The Beat Diggers and Strasburg Indians are tied at 1. A run on 2 hits for Brush. They've committed an error. 1 run on 3 hits for Strasburg. They have not committed a miscue as of yet. It'll be Cesar Hinojos, Caden Moriarty, and Hondo against the left-hander Cameron Van Loo. And Van Loo is throwing a lot fewer pitches than Metland. Metland is halfway to 110. Van Loo's only at 42. Here's the wind and the pitch. And the breaking ball is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Let's see. We're going to count from here on out how many fly balls the Bee Diggers hit. Hopefully it's probably about 4 or less. The offering. Swung on there. It's a base hit up the middle on the ground. That's what you got to do. And Cesar is 2 for 2. That's exactly what has to happen if you're the Bee Diggers. On the ground, Moriarty popped it up his first time up. So the Bee Diggers now have as many hits as Strasburg does. The stretch. Throw back to first. More. And the ball gets away. It's in the foul territory. And Cesar is going to take 2 bases. He rounds second into third. And that airs on Van Loo. Got a little bit too cute there trying to pick off Hinojos. And now the Bee Diggers are 90 feet away from reclaiming the advantage. Laying down the sign is Cannon. And the pitch swung on and popped up, and that one's out of play. Again, have to wait a little bit more on that breaking ball or changeup. If not, that's the result. No balls and 1 strike. Moriarty's been tearing up the baseball lately. The pitch, that is outside with a curveball. Count levels at 1-1 to the Bee Digger first baseman. He'll be playing college ball along with a few others from this team. The pitch. Swung on, lined into left field. Miller coming on, and he makes the catch. Hinojos tags up at third. He's going to score. That ball was hit on a line by Moriarty, and it's 2-1 Brush. He could not have hit that ball any harder. Nice job. That's excellent base running. Hinojos was disciplined, stayed right there, and he tagged up. 1 down. One down here for Hondo, who grounded to second, and he drove in a run. The pitch, swung on. That ball is hit in the air into deep left field, way back to the track, and that's off the bottom of the fence. Hondo's around first. He's into second with a sliding double. Well, now the Bee Diggers have 2 doubles in the game, one by Hinojos and the other by Hondo, who laced that baby towards the fence. And here's Sam Metland, who was hit by a pitch. And he made a nice adjustment there on a pitch that was down in the zone. 1 on, 1 out, and 1 across, and Brush leads here 2-1 in the fourth inning. The stretch by Van Loo He looks in, and the pitch. Fastball is chopped left side. It's going to be a tough play at short. And Hondo caught between second and third. The throw, he's going to be, did they tag him? I don't know. Yep, they got him. They got him. But there was no reason Hondo should have been going there. That's going to be a base hit. Or it would have been a base hit, undoubtedly. And now Hondo is eliminated. Well, we will score that a hit. But then Hondo out, getting caught between second and third, because there was no way Metland was going to be thrown out there. And now Nate Tyne will be running, so that's a base running miscue by Hondo as the tag was applied by David Young. Yeah, if Hondo just holds up, it's going to be a base hit, and it's first and second with one out. Instead, there's two down and a man at first. Jace Krieger singled, and there's a step off by Van Loo. Nate Tyne has got a stolen base in this game already. The pitch, and the breaking ball's in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. The Bee Diggers have a run on 2 hits in the inning. But this game is still only a 2-1 score. The offering, fastball is up and away. Runner goes. The throw to second, and he's in there. It's a stolen base. Two balls and no strikes. Now let's see if he's going to let him swing away. Well, if Krieger can guide it into left like he did last time, the left fielder Miller is playing pretty deep right now. Time is called. Two balls and no strikes to Jace Krieger. And the offering. And the breaking ball bounces away and skips up the right side on the wild pitch. To third is Nate Tyne. And the count is at 3-0. And Caden Schwint will hit next. Well, Krieger will be taking here, you would think. And the pitch. He takes it. It's upstairs. It's a walk. Well, for this pitcher, Van Loo, second walk issued. Caden Schwint popped to left. So Caden just has to wait again. If you don't wait and you make contact, more than likely it's a fly ball or a pop-up in the infield. The pitch. Breaking ball is upstairs. Tyne at third. Krieger at first. 2-1 brush. Top of the fourth inning. Looking for more with 2 down. And now the wind kicks up. Runner goes. That is a ball. Throw back to the pitcher. Now back to third, and Tyne, and the ball gets away off the third baseman. Oh, but no advance. And now Krieger's got to go back to second, and he's in there sliding. Wow, that's a good job there of the third baseman. I guess Flamini got to that ball pretty quickly. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes. Well, the base running has been interesting in this inning. We've had Hondo caught between second and third, I thought, but maybe Nate didn't have enough room there. Hard to see. There's not a lot of space either. And that one hit him. Oh, boy. In on the ankles, and nothing Schwinn could do as he whips that bat. And the bases are loaded for Ty Griffith. Well, and Ty Griffith knows that if he hits that ball into right center, he could run for days. The bases are loaded. That's the second hit batsman of the game by Van Loo, but we do have 2 down. Here's the wind of the pitch, and that breaking ball is upstairs. Ty Griffith has grounded to third and walked. It's a big moment of the game for Strasburg, the pitch. And that bounces to the screen, ricochets right back, and Tyne's got to be headed back to third. Wow. Yeah, this is very similar to Brush. There's more room between the catcher and the backstop, and it'll ricochet off a board. If that's just a true fence, it's not going to ricochet, but it's 2-0. And Van Loo losing some of his control in this fourth inning. Lefty against the righty Griffith. Third plate appearance, the offering. And that one bounces away. Here comes Tyne to the plate. And he slides. He's in there. And then the ball gets loose in the infield. Krieger's going to break for the plate. And the throw's going to be made towards third. The slide. And safe. Schwint is safe at third. 2-run score on the wild pitch. And an error. And Brush leads 4-1. And that was very sloppy by Strasburg. The errors on the catcher Cannon, even though there's no doubt that Tyne was going to be in there safely, and aggressive base running by Jace Krieger to score that second run. And Schwint got all the way to third. So Strasburg commits their second error of the inning. That's a wild pitch for the first run, the error for the second run. And Griffith up there with a 3-0 count. Well, they're going to appeal that play? No, I think the field umpire had a better view. Definitely had a better view because Schwint slid to the outside, the left field side of the bag. Yeah, that's got to hold up at third, I would think. Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, that's too tough of a call for the home plate umpire when the base runner slides on the outfield side of third base. So Brush has scored 3 runs in the inning, straight up at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. This is 1010 KSIR. Brush, Fort Morgan, Waldona, KSIR.com, also on the TuneIn app, and all parts of the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 3 balls and no strikes to Ty Griffith. The pitch. And that bounces in, and that one skips away. Here comes Schwint to the plate. The throw, the slide, he's in there. And the Bay Diggers now lead 5-1. Another wild pitch. Here's Kyle Welland, who's lined out and had a sac bunt. And now the courtesy runner will be Tanner Ludgate for Brush. But after some mishaps with the base running early in this inning, the Bee Diggers have been aggressive and successful. In fact, let's see. Yeah, the Bee Diggers don't even have an RBI in the last 3 runs. 0 RBIs. It was a sac fly by Moriarty, the pitch, and the breaking ball down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Here to Kyle Welland. The pitch, foul to the screen on a fastball up in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, I've stopped eating. Those chocolate bars wore me out, and they weren't very big. But I'm old. Nothing filters the same. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. 3 across with a runner at first. 5-1 Brush, top of the 4th inning. Kyle Welland awaits. And the pitch. Fastball is up and away. Ball 2, strike 1. On pitch number 63 for the left-hander Cameron Van Loo. Ludgate with about a 2.5-step lead at first. He stays. And that changeup is inside. Man, Van Loo's had a rough inning. Unable to find the plate. 3-1. He'll be swinging at anything close. Runner goes. That is a strike. Throw to second is going to be late. And it's a stolen base for Tanner Ludgate. The Bee Diggers have, I believe, 3-4 steals already. 3-2 to Kyle Welland. Van Loo at the belt. Van Loo to the plate. And that bounces away, skips to the screen. To third is Ludgate. It's a walk to Welland. Another wild pitch in the inning. Braxton Shelton has hit a couple of flyouts in the outfield. 0 for 2. Let's see, looking for a line drive now to extend the lead. Runner goes, and that is inside. No throw to second. Stolen base for Wellen. So now 2 in scoring position. And not sure what happened there. Unless he thought he had a strike. He might have thought he had a strike on the inside corner. I don't see what else the discussion could be about. Nonetheless, it was a little bit inside to Shelton. 1 ball and no strikes. The senior shortstop at 0 for 2. He's got 2 in scoring position. And Shelton is second on the team in RBIs going into this game. The pitch, and that is a strike. Bottom of the zone with a fastball. And it's 1-1. And what an alley he's got in right center. Just don't hit a pop-up. Fastball outside. Ball 2, strike 1. And Hinojos, who's 2 for 2 in the game, is on deck. In the on-deck circle. Runners take their leads and the pitch. Fastball is high. Well, I don't know how much longer Van Loo's going to last. He's walked quite a few hitters. Just lost his location. In fact, 37 balls and 33 strikes right now. The pitch, swung on and driven deep into center field. That one is way back towards the fence. Home run, a 3-run blast for Braxton Shelton straight away. His 8th home run of the season. And the Bee Diggers lead 8-1. I don't think he's hit a grand slam this year, but that might be his. Brad might know. That's his first. I know he's hit a bunch of solos and 2-run homers. At Liberty Common, I think he might have had he had a 3-run at Liberty Common. So his second road. And he got it over the center field fence. The pitch. And the pitch is a strike with a breaking ball. Well, he waited on that one and drove it over the left center field fence. Yeah, I thought this wind was going to be too stiff, but he drove it out of there. And that's inside. One ball and 1 strike. Hinojos is 2 for 2 in the game, a double and a single. And the pitch, fastball away. Ball 2, strike 1. Hinojos awaits, and he calls time. The Bee Diggers have scored a bunch of runs here with 2 outs. I mean, a lot of 2-out damage. The pitch, and that's low. Ball 2, strike 1. This was a 1-1 game going into the inning. And the Bee Diggers have plated 7. The offering. That's a strike with a breaking ball in the inner half. And remember, there's still a road game against Yuma. And that's a place you can hit home runs. Swung on and tapped left side. It's going to be a tough hop, and the ball is misplayed. That'll be a miscue. It'll be a miscue on the third baseman, Flamini, and Hinojos is on base for the 3rd time via the error. On that chopper, here's Moriarty. This will be the 11th Bee Digger to the plate. 7 have scored. 2 have been retired, and 1 is on base. Moriarty with a sac fly, and he popped out earlier. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. Runner goes. Pitches upstairs. Throw to second. It's right there. The slide. He's in there. Boy, excellent throw, but Hinojos with a great jump. And the Bee Diggers with another stolen base in the inning. Yeah, when Hondo was caught between second and third, that seemed like 30 minutes ago. And they're still up there. The pitch, swing and a miss and a breaking ball in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike to Caden Moriarty. Hinojos off of second. And K-Dog awaits. Runner goes. Swung on. That is popped up in the infield. The second baseman, Young, backpedals, and he makes the grab. And the Bee Diggers are finally retired in the top of the 4th inning. For the Bee Diggers, 7 runs in the inning on 4 hits. 3 errors and 1 left. We are halfway through. Maybe, or maybe more than halfway through. We'll see what the Bee Diggers do on the offensive end. And let's see if they can hold down Strasburg in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3 1/2 innings are complete. And the score, it's Brush 8, Strasburg 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Well, the Bee Diggers lead 8-1. The big blast in the 4th inning, a 3-run homer by Braxton Shelton, his 8th dinger of 2022. But you got to treat this like a 0-0 game, so you might get out of here in 5 or 6 innings. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Charlie Spriggs, who singled his first time up. Fastball is low. The Bee Diggers scored their first run in the 2nd. Strasburg got 1 in the 3rd before the explosion of 7 runs in the 4th. Metlin delivers. Swung on and grounded to first. Moriarty and a nice hop. He's going to step on the bag for the out. Metlin went over to cover. Moriarty took it himself. And that was a nice play. Moriarty had to back up because that was going to take somewhat of a tricky hop if he didn't do so. 1 down for Van Loo, who struck out his first time up. Here's the wind by Metlin and the pitch. The sidearm breaking ball is a strike. Nice sidearm delivery by Metlin, who's got 5 strikeouts in the game. Laying down the sign, Griffith the pitch. Swung on and lifted foul, and had a play off to the left. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the Bee Diggers scored almost, I think they scored 6 of their 7 runs in the 4th inning with 2 outs. That's how clutch they came through. The offering, swung on and fisted foul up the third base side. Count remains at 0-2. That was pitch number 59 for Sam Metlin. In the bottom of the 4th inning with 1 out, and the Bee Diggers lead 8-1. Looking for win number 13. Metlin fires. Swung on and fouled on a pitch up in the zone. Count remains at 0-2 to Cameron Van Loo. There was a Van Loo in a movie. Along came Polly. Leland Van Loo. Swing and a miss and a fastball above the letters. Another strikeout, number 6 for Sam Metlin, 2 down. Yeah, Leland Van Loo is that crazy guy, right? He was jumping off buildings. He wanted like $10 million in life insurance. And I remember that movie. Great comedy. Along came Polly. I knew I heard that last name before. Here's DJ Cannon, the pitch. Swung on and grounded slowly back to the mound. Metlin fields, Metlin throws, and it's a 1-2-3 inning as Sam Metlin retires the Strasburg Indians. Let's head to the 5th inning. In Strasburg, it's Brush 8, Strasburg 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's move to the 5th inning in Strasburg. Brush leads Strasburg 8-1. And Cameron Van Loo remains on the mound. And he'll be contending with Alejandro Maltos Garcia, Sam Metlin, and Jace Krieger. Hondo has an RBI ground out and a double. He is 1 for 2. 6, 7, and 8 against this left-hander who's thrown 79 pitches so far. Be nice for Brush to extend the lead and maybe be done in 5 innings. The pitch swung on and grounded left side. That is a base hit, even though it's going to be backhanded over there. It's short, but no throw. Nice dive by Espen Bradley. But Hondo, who hit that ball nearly off the ground, picks up the 7th hit for the Bee Diggers. Sam Metland hit by a pitch, and he singled for his 2nd time at the plate. 1 for 1. Yeah, nice job of Hondo just waiting on that pitch. Didn't hit it perfectly, but had solid enough contact, and he hit it in the perfect spot. The offering swung on. That ball is driven down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, but it's foul. No balls and 1 strike to Metland. The Bee Diggers were retired in order in the 1st inning, but since then, they've had traffic, including that 7-run 4th when they sent 12 to the plate. Breaking ball is a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. The ball gets loose in the infield, but Hondo stays put at first. 0-2 to Sam Metland. Check out the numbers here for the Bee Diggers in the standings. I mean, they're secure in 4th place. They're not going any higher or lower. And the pitch. Foul to the screen on a fisted fastball. Stays at 0-2. The Bee Diggers now 9-6 in the Patriot League, 12-7 overall. They should be 10-6 after today. But they won't catch Sterling because they lost to Sterling twice. And the pitch swung on and chopped foul up the third base side. Nearly took out Krieger's legs over there in the on-deck circle. And he hit a pitch that was closer to the ground than it was to the air, I think. No balls and 2 strikes once again to Sam Metland. Nobody out, top 5. And Brush leads Strasburg 8-1. Hondo with a 2-step lead. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball away. Metland strikes out. And that'll send up Jace Krieger. And just to give you an idea, for Van Loo, that is his first strikeout of the game. The pitch. Swung on and tapped foul, third base side. Krieger is singled and walked. So Krieger is 1 for 1. Hondo off of first, and Van Loo steps off. From refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between, they have exactly what you need and service it too. B&B Appliance and Repair in Fort Morgan. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball is outside. The count levels at 1-1. And, of course, Advanced Agri Solutions, another outstanding sponsor of Morgan County Athletics. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 8-1 Brush, top of the 5th inning in the pitch. Fastball is up and away. Ball 2, strike 1 to Jace Krieger. Van Loo stretches. Van Loo to the plate. Upstairs, throw back to first, and back in sliding is Hondo, and it's 3-1. Van Loo doesn't have much left, 89 pitches deep. Krieger awaits. Wow, it's a huge lead. The pitch, that's a strike with a changeup, and it's 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes to Krieger. Let's see if Hondo goes because there's only 1 out. He does, and that is down and in. It's going to be a walk. First and second. And let's see, Van Loo's going to stay out there. But for Cameron Van Loo, that's his 5th walk of the game, and he's also hit 2 batters. Here's Caden Schwent. And Izzy Hernandez will be the courtesy runner at second to give Hondo a little bit of a break. Well, let's see if Schwent could come through. Schwent popped to left, and then it was clipped around the ankles by a pitch. And the home plate umpire just charting the change on his scorecard. And again, a lot of these hitters, especially with the off-speed pitcher, they've got right field available to them. Or right center, it's wide open. You wait and you go the other way. The pitch, and that one's in the dirt. It skips up the third base side, no advance. 1 ball and no strikes to Caden Schwent. The Bee Diggers have 8 runs on 7 hits. Strasburg 1 run on 3 hits. Brush with an error. Strasburg has 3. Both teams have stranded 3 runners. The offering. Fastball is high. It's 2-0 to Caden Schwent. Even with the average not what it was last year, he's still a good on base. He knows how to take pitches. He's not going to swing at any junk. 2-0. That's upstairs again, 3-0. Especially if you have Ty Griffith on deck. This has got to be the last hitter for Van Loo. He's got 94 pitches deep, and he's lost all command here. 3-0 pitch, and that one's down and in. Let's see if we're going to have a pitching change, and I think that probably is going to be it for Cameron Van Loo, as Ty Griffith is up there now with the bases loaded, but still no visit to the hill. Let's see if that's going to be a waiting game. 6th walk issued. All right, well, Griffith is going to be allowed to hit. Griffith at 0 for 1. He's walked twice. The offering. And that one bounces away, and coming to the plate is Hernandez to throw the slide, and he's going to be safe. Safe. He got underneath it on a high tag. And the Bee Diggers lead 9-1. If that tag was lower on the body, he would have been toast, but it was a high tag on the wild pitch, and the Bee Diggers lead by 8. The other runners advance. And that's the only reason he was safe, because of the high tag, because the throw beat him. So Griffith up there with 2 in scoring position. As he's settling in for the right side. The stretch and the offering. Fastball, a strike on the inner half. It's 1-1 on pitch number 97. Griffith grounded to third in the first, and again, 2 consecutive walks. The offering, and he swings and lifts it into shallow left center field. That one is going to drop for a base hit. Krieger will score, and Schwent the third. RBI single for Ty Griffith on a ball that was fisted out there. A Texas leaguer, and the Bee Diggers lead 10-1 in the 5th inning. He did enough to pull those hands in, and that's a sign of a great hitter. You pull the hands in, and you deposit that baseball into an area that's unoccupied. And here's Kyle Wellen. Wellen lined to left, a sac bunt and a walk, 0 for 1. And with the Bee Diggers up by 9, wonder if Griffith is going to take off here. Against the lefty. He goes, the pitch is high, no throw. As he goes in sliding head first, he's not taking a chance. 1 ball and no strikes. Scored 2 here. Now he'll get a courtesy runner at second after the stolen base. That's Tanner Ludgate. But if you want to win in 5, you got to score a run, then hold Strasburg off the board. 1 ball and no strikes to Kyle Wellen, the left-hander Van Loo. Pitch number 100. It skips away to the screen, and here comes Schwent to the plate. There's going to be a play to throw the slide, and he's in there. That's a speedy Caden Schwent scoring on the wild pitch. To third is Ludgate. The Bee Diggers lead 11-1. Man, I don't even want to know how many wild pitches that is. I'm starting to feel bad here for Van Loo. We'll have a visit to the mound. Van Loo has just uncorked his 6th wild pitch of the game. He's hit a couple of batters. It's been rough. And, I mean, he can still pitch to Wellen. He's 100 pitches deep. He's allotted 10 more. And if the Bee Diggers score another one, then what they can do, they can even allow a run in the bottom of the 5th inning and come away with a 5-inning victory. So let's see what the verdict is. This was a 1-1 game after 3. It was anybody's game. And then Brush scored almost all of their runs with 2 down. And it looks like we will have a pitching change. They'll bring in a right-hander. And we'll take the break with them. In the top of the 5th inning, it's Brush 11, Strasburg 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Jared Flamini will be the new pitcher for Strasburg. Let's see, somebody checked into the game as well as they made other moves. Because he was playing third. And Bryce Miller is now at third. In left field is Van Loo. And it looks like in center, DJ Cannon will be there, which means we have a new catcher. And trying to get the number of that equipment's all over the number. Let's see. Not sure the catcher is right now. Either way, here we go. The Beat Diggers have plated 3 runs in the inning. There's only 1 out. And Kyle Wellen's up there with a 2-0 count. And at third base is Tanner Ludgate. And the right-hander comes home. Fastball down and away. It's 3-0. Well, Braxton might have a shot for his second 3-run homer of the game. He's on deck. He's 1 for 3. Wellen awaits the pitch. Here it is. That's a strike. Down the middle, thigh high. It's 3-1. Sign is laid down. The pitch, down and away. And it's a walk. Let's see. Is that a number 2 there? Oh, maybe that is Devlin. Yeah, Devlin. Devlin's the catcher. He was in center field, so Thomas Devlin behind the plate. So Shelton has popped to the outfield twice and a 3-run homer into dead center in the 4th inning. We're now in the 5th. Throw back to first, and the ball hits off of Wellen and skips away. Wellen to second. Ludgate to the plate. It'll be a throwing error, and the Beat Diggers lead 12-1. And again, you just feel bad here for Strasburg. That is now their 4th miscue of the game. Well, all that does is take away another RBI opportunity. The pitch. Fastball is outside. That's off the glove of Devlin. On the pass ball to third is Wellen. Well, the Beat Diggers won by 12 runs on Tuesday. They are 90 feet away from taking a 12-run lead. And Austin Sisk will now be the courtesy runner at third for Kyle Wellen. So Brush has scored 4 in the inning. They now lead by 11. And it's 1 ball and no strikes to Braxton Shelton. Flamini. Left side of the rubber and the pitch. Fastball is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Hinojos waits to hit next. The Beat Diggers will be at Pueblo South Saturday at 3 o'clock. We'll have the games next week. Foul to the screen on a fastball right down the heart of the plate. We'll have the Yuma and the Bennett games to close out the season. Then, of course, we'll be with you for the playoffs on Saturday, May 21st, wherever the Beat Diggers go. Hopefully 2 wins for Brush on the 21st, which would send them to the state tournament for the first time in 7 years. And the pitch. That is a strike at the knees. Bottom of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Braxton Shelton. Flamini. The pitch. Swung on in line towards center field and coming on and diving. And the catch was made out there. And tagging up is Sisk Metzger. And now he's caught between third and home. Now the throw back to third. And he's going to be chased down and tagged out. Well, that's why you have to stay at third on a line drive, and he was well off the bag, and he kind of got lost out there, and it's a double play. On a line drive hit by Shelton. An excellent play there in center field. And that was a newcomer that just came into the game, but the Bead Diggers in the inning have another productive frame. 4 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and the bases were left empty. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, 3 outs away. The Bead Diggers 12, the Strasburg Indians 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Sam Metlin will go for the 5-inning complete game, where the Bead Diggers leading 12-1. Yeah, I thought Braxton's line drive was going to drop, but that one it was caught. That's why it's difficult, especially when you just come into a game. And that pitch is down and in. To stay at third, you're off the bag. You go back to the bag, you tag up, and then it's a tough one. That's not an easy play for a base runner. The pitch, that's a strike with a fastball down the middle. The hitter is Christian Bauer. He grounded to second in his first plate appearance. Metlin delivers, and up and away with a heater. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Bead Diggers have scored the last 11 runs of the game, 7 in the 4th and 4 in the 5th. The pitch, breaking ball is a beauty. Right there, thigh high, and it's 2-2. Fort Morgan beat Bertha today 10-0 in Fort Morgan, so Mustangs and Bead Diggers looking good, and that is just outside. 1 with a fastball, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Metlin today has 6 strikeouts. And the pitch swung on and grounded to the first baseman Moriarty. A Sunday hop. He steps on the bag. And there's 1 down. And the thing with Metlin, he has not walked a single hitter yet. He's been in control. In fact, his ratio is ridiculous. 50 strikes and 18 balls. That's beyond good. Bryce Miller aboard on an error. This is his second plate appearance. The pitch, and took it high with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Greg Mullen makes the insurance world easy for you at State Farm Insurance. 842-4555. The offering. Swing and a miss and a bender. And the count levels at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Righty against righty. And the pitch. The sidearm pitch, just a little, must have been a little bit high. Just a little bit high. And the count is now at 2-1. Oh, that barely missed. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here to Miller, the pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball in the inside corner. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Metlin to the plate. Swung on and popped up. This could be Metlin's ball on right near the mound. Now the third baseman, Hernandez, makes the catch near the line with a wind. Moving that baseball a little bit over, 2 down. So Izzy puts it away. And 2 down here. And the pitch is a ball. That is Devlin at the plate. Struck out and grounded out. Back to the top of the order. Swung on and grounded to second. That's a Ludgate has it, drops it, picks it up, throws, and late. That'll be, oh, they got him. Oh, they got him. They called him out. Ludgate makes the play at second. That was bang, bang at first. And the Brush Bead Diggers have won the game in 5 innings. Boy, what a nice job by Ludgate staying with that baseball on a sharp grounder. They win 12-1. The Bead Digger post-game show is brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Easy and convenient. Make them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. That is Stubbs Gas and Oil. For the Brush Bead Diggers, 12 runs on 8 hits, 1 error and 3 left. 1 run, 3 hits, 4 errors and 3 left on base for Strasburg. The winning pitcher was Sam Metlin. He goes the distance. with those 6 strikeouts. The loss went to Cameron Van Loo. Time of the game, 1 hour and 34 minutes. And the scoring got started by Brush. Hinojos with a double. Hondo with an RBI groundout made it 1-0 in the second. Strasburg responded in the bottom of the third as Bryce Miller crossed home plate. And then the B-Diggers took control there, I should say, with a 7-run fourth inning, a sac fly by Moriarty. 2 runs then scored on a wild pitch. Nate Tyne and then an error, a throwing error. Jace Krieger crossed the plate. And then when the B-Diggers made it 5-1, let's see, that happened as Caden Schwinn also scored in a wild pitch. And then Braxton Shelton with his 8th homer of the season, 3-run shot. And updating the Patriot League standings, the B-Diggers are now 10-6 in league play, 13-7 overall. Strasburg 4-10 in league play, and they are 7-12 on the season. Next up for the B-Diggers, they'll be back in action coming up on Saturday on the road against Pueblo South at 3 o'clock. Our next game will be next week, both games next week. Yuma on the road and the Bennett Tigers at home to close out the regular season. Then we'll be with you throughout the entire playoffs on the 21st for the regional semifinals and championship game, and hopefully the state tournament beginning on Friday, March 27th. So the B-Diggers get the job done. The final score once again in 5 innings, Brush 12, Strasburg 1, as they sweep the season series right here on 1010 KSIR. And I'm John Beltran for the Eastern Plains Sports Network.